right where you are.
We are all map makers.
We are in a time of transition.
If we're going to change, we have to change the direction that we're going.
Our planet needs leaders who know where they want to go.
When we change the direction we're going, then we want to make sure we're going in the right direction.
Leaders who can see the big picture.
Because if we're not, we're going to either go backwards or we're going to stay where we are.
Recognizing the psychological and the spiritual shifts and changes that need to be made, often from the inside to the outside.
To be able to shape your future, you have to be willing and able to change your paradigm.
Complex journeys require navigation. The path to the truth is one such journey. This is your GPS. Hairstyling services provided by J.D. Edwards Salon and Spa, Palmdale Shopping Plaza, Madera Street. Accessories provided by Chevette Williamson Jewelry. Standout jewelry for standout women.
52 rapes have been recorded for the year between January 1st and August 23rd, a startling statistic being revealed by Assistant Commissioner of Police Delarice Ferguson, officer in charge of the Domestic Violence Unit. The figures come as the murder rate in the country, now at 91, inches closer to 100. The stats being revealed at a CARICOM forum on gender equality at the Super Club Breezes Resort on Monday.
Indecent assault, 69 cases. Incest, and we know this is underreported, 10 cases. Unlawful sexual intercourse, 7 cases. Unlawful sexual intercourse with a person under 14, 39 cases.
Ferguson also reports there were also 37 cases of unlawful sexual intercourse with individuals between 14 and 16 years old. She also outlines how the figures stacked up with domestic violence-related cases in 2020 versus 2021. In 2020, she says there were 6 murders as a result of domestic violence. 2021 saw a slight increase, coming in at 8.
In 2020, we had 524 assaults. And you can see the steady increase in 2021 that went up to 792.
There were also 88 reported incidents of assault with a deadly weapon in 2020, and the following year saw a slight decrease at 71 incidents.
Causing harm, 331 again, with a marginal increase of 466 in 2021. Disturbances, we saw 190 in 2021, and that was up from 2020, which saw 159. Domestic reports went up in 2021 to 585, compared to 383 in 2020.
Grievous harm is up from 9 incidents in 2020 to 17 recorded cases in 2021.
Harassment, look how the numbers jumped from 39 to 86 in 2021. Stabbings decreased to 16 in 2021. But threats of arson increased to 13. Threats of harm increased to 161. Threats of death saw a marginal decrease to 232 in 21. Trespassing, we saw a vast increase of 16 over 5 in 2021.
ACP Ferguson also encourages those experiencing domestic violence to come in and speak to members of the unit so that officers can help them get through their situation.
That these figures are most likely underreporting. In other words, just because that's the number that has been reported doesn't mean that's the totality of what is actually happening in our society. I believe the numbers, particularly problems like incest, there's so many that are not going reported. We've heard of cases of, there was a case I heard about, read right here in the Bahamas recently, where a mother trusted her friend to go with her daughter to walk to a restaurant. The man has just been found guilty before the courts a couple of days ago. And he drags this girl into an abandoned house and rapes her and threatens her that if she tells anybody, he's going to kill her. This is the madness that we see going on in our country. And you have to ask the question, what is happening to the mental state of this Bahamas? Have we just been, it's just this dark, invisible cloud sitting over us that's spraying some kind of, I don't know, acid rain or something that is affecting the minds of the people? What is happening to this Bahamas? Why is it that we see such a drastic rise in rape? and indecent or unlawful sexual intercourse. Is that a caller or not? Caller, welcome to GPS.
Good day and God bless you, Michelle. How are you doing today?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm blessed, thank God for life, and may God's blessings indeed be upon those in the listening audience, because boy, we need it.
God.
Michelle, I understand your topic having the essence of your topic today is mental health.
Tying it into this wave of
Right.
criminality that we see with, sexual offenses and
Yeah.
the
But you know,
viciousness of the
Michelle,
crimes that we
yeah,
see happening. Yeah.
it is deeper and it's worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't know it, understand it, or even like to acknowledge it or talk about it. But this is a demonic spiritual attack on this country.
Mm.
And simply because far too many of us have opened up our lives to the entrances of demonic forces.
Mm.
Hey, isn't the saying is doesn't the saying go like this, that the eyes are the window
Of the soul.
of the soul?
Mm-hmm.
When young people are sitting around watching violence of every type, that starts to get embedded into their spirits. And like the Bible says, as a person thinks in their heart,
So is he.
so are they. The young people see filth, sexual immorality, incest, violence. They think that it's normal because they see it on TV. They are, uh, um, what just happened here? Sorry about that. My phone is acting up. Sorry about that, Michelle. Their reality is what they see on TV, so they act it out in life.
JT, it's not just television.
I know.
It's the video games. But listen, I
Yeah.
was driving the other
Yeah.
day and surfing through on the radio,
Mm-hmm.
and stopped on. I think it was Guardian Radio,
Mm-hmm.
and they were playing a song,
Mm-hmm.
and the lyrics of this song. This is how much I heard before I decided to turn to another station.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live. I just want to die. Yada, yada, yada. I don't want to live. I'm tired of living. I just want to. And I say to myself, well, no wonder we got such an increase
Hey,
in suicides.
exactly.
Why would you even think, Jason, my internet is gone,
Michelle.
that song,
Huh.
I don't care if it's a hit, wherever it's a hit.
Exactly.
Well,
It.
what kind of message you putting out there?
Yeah. It's a very dangerous message. It is encouraging and inspiring people to want to kill themselves.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
And then,
much.
and you know what I hate about Hollywood? I was lying. And when I tell you, Michelle, that was the first time in my life, Michelle, I took in with the shakes because of an experience like that. I mean, I've never had an experience like that. But my point is, demonic spirits are seeping into people's lives in every way possible way, through TV, through music, through video games, like you said, and just messing people's hearts and lives up and fooling them into thinking that uh, murder is right, incest is right. Michelle, let me tell you something where I blame the PLP. And I don't mean to be political on this one today, but I've got to blame the PLP for this. It was shortly after, or no, shortly before the 1992 defeat of the Pinning administration, that PLP is the one, to the best of my recall, that lowered the age of consent from 16, I'm sorry, from 18 to 16, and also legally allowed homosexual sex with minors, 16 or whatever the case might be.
I think it's 18 when it comes to.
My point is, Michelle, this political party that's in power, and usually political parties that are supposed to be governing for the righteous living or righteous way of living, this one, historically now, not in this administration here, but historically, is partly responsible for causing this crap to be what it is in this country. You don't lower the moral standards by law, and then still turn around and expect to have a healthy and wholesome society. When you want, God will tell you and me in 1 Timothy chapter 1 and verses 8 through 12, what the law of the land is supposed to be for. And none of them in there saying you're supposed to be lowering immoral standards. You're supposed to be heightening them. But Michelle, the church, I really pray. I'm a God-fearing person. I'm a Christian gentleman. But oh, Michelle, I think this country needs to go on probably a whole month of national fasting. Serious fasting. For God to deliver this country from these things that we have allowed nationally to come into our lives. Yes, it's affecting the mental health of many, but the root cause is spiritual, Michelle, purely and strictly demonic. The devil is laughing at every single victim that he is able to negatively affect. Because his plan is to destroy, to murder, and to kill, to steal, and destroy. We need peace. We want peace. We cry out for peace in this country. But many of us don't want to do what God requires us to do in this country in order for us to have the peace that God wants us to have. And the government has its role to play. The police, thank God for them, they have their role to play. But we are never going to have the peace in this society unless and until we get back to doing what God requires us to do, even when it comes down to being heavy-handed, i.e., carrying out the death penalty and severely punishing any wrongdoer in the society, quickly and swiftly punishing them, Michelle. Otherwise, we're only playing literally with hellfire. Because the devil is hell-bent on destroying this entire planet. And far too many of us in this country have given him the open door to attack this country and to do whatever the devil, can to try and destroy us. God is keeping his hand on this country. But if we Bahamians don't do what God requires, God will never violate our will, you know. He gave us the authority to rule and to take dominion over. But Adam decided to go and disobey God. So from Adam right down to now, we've been doing our own thing and going our own way and still expecting for things to be right and proper. It can't be. We're either doing it God's way, we're going to have those right and peaceful results, Or we're going to continue fooling ourselves by thinking that, well, the devil ain't real and the devil ain't doing it while the devil right there messing everybody up. I cannot take the political correct way out anymore on this issue. This is purely demonic. I can't call it a psychological illness. I cannot call it a mental illness, even though, yes, we're being mentally, as a society, negatively affected. This is sickening, disgusting, demonic, spiritual attack on this country. And it's obviously showing its head in an ugly and terrible way. So that's my 5 cents on the matter today.
All right. That's more like 10 cents, but I agree with you.
I don't know. Michelle, all we gotta do is do what God requires, Michelle, in order for us to have law and order. Carry out the law of the land based on God's prescriptions and God's plan. That's the only way for this or any society to heal and to grow back into being healthy and wholesome is to do it God's way. It can't happen no other way, Michelle.
But you see, JT, a part of the problem that we have is that there's so, we look at what is happening in our nation, especially as it relates to crime.
Yeah.
And we think that this is all, monopolized by the people in the inner city, the people in the, what we call the...
Over the hill.
Yeah, over the hill. But I think a part of the reason why we see an unwillingness to, for instance, stiffen the laws, carry out the laws as it relates to certain things, it's because you have some people in some very high places who themselves are engaged in these activities.
Right.
So they ain't gonna be making no noise about it because they themselves might get caught up.
Right.
If it came to like what they doing in the dark.
They don't want their corn mashed, so they ain't gonna rock the boat.
No. I'm talking to some high place people.
Michelle, I've heard of some things over the years that made me wow. I couldn't believe it when I first heard some things that I heard, which I will not repeat on the radio. But Michelle, when I look back, I mean, you remember the saying years ago when we was growing up, lawmakers are lawbreakers? It's no small wonder that many things are falling to pieces in this country because, as you just indicated and or alluded to, much of the ills in this country either have been perpetrated by or is yet still being perpetrated by either people in high places economically or politically. And until they have got to be exposed. This island is so small that everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who know you. And so many people are rightly afraid to speak up because their lives, they will be victimized if they do. It is so sad that we are at that point now that health, the health of the society is now weighed in the balance of people's safety and comfort. Nobody wants to hardly ever speak out. Either they're going to be victimized or they don't see justice being carried out in the court system. The lawyers are fighting to get the criminals off. But who's are they fighting to keep the peace on the streets other than the police? And the police should be the only organ of society doing that. But
how many families are telling victims, gosh, you can't tell nobody about that. You don't want to talk our family business. Just let bygones be bygones. Don't talk about that.
That is part of the reason why the society is in the mess that it's in, Michelle. Because so much of the crap has gone on in the dark, we, either for embarrassment or shame, we keep it all under the rug. But you know what the problem is with a dirty rug, Michelle? Or rug that's laid on there? Eventually, there's going to be so much dirt piled up under that the rug will fly off. And when the dirt starts flying all over the place, it's going to negatively, well, it's happening now. It's going to start negatively affecting everybody. Ain't nobody gonna hardly be able to say that they're living. Even the people in behind the gates, their lives are going to be negatively affected. Because the one thing about crime is that it does not discriminate. It don't care what your gate. You could have somebody coming in Life with Key or in Old Forte or in Albany or wherever doing to provide a service for one of those homes. And they could be a mass, whatever, murderer or rapist or something, and they could flip their legs, could rise up and then cause them to do something stupid. Nobody is immune from this. So it is everybody's best interest to work together to do the right thing before God to stop this. Michelle, I hope some pastors would call in. And maybe one day it would be good if you could have the pastors call in and give some spiritual point of view. Pastor Allen Lee, I've not heard of him lately, but he's been one of the, him and Pastor Miles, when Pastor Miles was around, one of the more biblically based, biblically sound persons to talk about how governments and countries and societies based on God's prescription ought to run. So if you could find out finally out there somewhere, Michelle, and have him understand, that would be so wonderful. Because, Michelle, we really need to hear what God says. Because right now, this peaceful, loving, this peace, sorry about that, this peaceful, loving land that we've had is now beginning to look so unhealthy and so ungodly. It is sad and tragic. But we gotta get back to doing it God's way, Michelle. We got to get back doing it God's way. Otherwise, we're only kidding ourselves. Take care, my friend.
Thank you for calling, JT. And the number's call 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272. WhatsApp line for text messages 801-0271, 801-0271. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will continue with our Hot Topic Tuesday on GPS.
Understanding your microbiome, also known as your gut ecosystem, can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Keeping your gut ecosystem healthy and balanced is essential. Ultimate Microbiome by Longevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria that can help prevent harmful bacteria from taking over your gut. Increasing your gut's population of beneficial bacteria creates a more balanced gut microbiome, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, skin health, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. Ultimate Microbiome also promotes the production of postbiotics. Postbiotics are key to help regulate your gastrointestinal health. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Plus, we've added our proprietary I-26 Hyperimmune Egg Powder to aid in the elimination of disease-causing gut bacteria and help your body balance its immune response. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
Welcome to Sunshine Auto, the hardest place on the planet for rims, paints, and tires.
We are your auto superstore for rims, Lexani, Azaras, Trueform, Western, Lux, Fuel, Tracklight, Tough, Rough Racing, Velocity, Mud, All-Terrain, and low-profile tires, cars, homes, and commercial window tinting. At Sunshine Auto, we put God first and customer is king.
Less is love.
To stay healthy, it's crucial to make sure you get the nutrition you need every day. But it's difficult to get all your recommended vitamins and minerals from food alone. Even in the United States, 94% of people are deficient in at least one nutrient. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Youngevity is a simple, convenient, and affordable way to help your body get the essential nutrients it needs. It's an advanced plant-driven multivitamin mineral complex that contains certified organic whole foods, trace minerals, and antioxidants. BTT 2.0 supports your body's natural defense system with a proprietary blend of energy-boosting and body-loving nutrients, plus prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, and enzymes that support digestion. With an unusually high ORAC score of 8,000, you get even more antioxidants to help combat free radicals that can cause damage to your cells. But to get the most benefit and value from any multivitamin, your body must be able to break down the nutrients so you can fully absorb them. Otherwise, they'll just pass through your system without doing any good. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 was specially formulated with synergizing cofactors to ensure you get maximum nutrient absorption. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the easiest way to give your body the balance and complete daily vitamin mineral supplement it needs for optimal support of your overall health. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
This portion of GPS is brought to you by Tiki Bikini Hut at Junkanoo Beach. Great food, cool tropical drinks, and family fun in the sun.
And we are back. Welcome back to GPS, Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. Michelle Malcolm here. And this is a Hot Topic Tuesday. And today we are talking about the seriousness, the concerning nature of the crimes that we see happening in our society, and what that means for us as it relates to our mental state. What have we collectively, had a screw or two loose? What's going on? Now I want to hear from you guys, and if you guys aren't going to chime in, then maybe Mitch, I'm going to have to change the hot topic, but I'm hoping that you want to talk about this. 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272. Those are the two numbers that you can actually call in. And the WhatsApp number, where you can send us a text message, is 8010271, 8010271. So a message that was sent via WhatsApp says, I think everyone put so much on God. We all had parents who should have taught our children the Lord. Following is important, but we need to educate and watch our children and deal with them accordingly. We need to concentrate more on fighting the devil and strengthen the family structure, single parent or otherwise. A part of the challenge, Texter, is that everybody got biological parents, but that don't mean they got people who are raising them. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi.
People just afraid to talk,
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly what's going on in this country. But see, there's a system. If you start to talk too much of their business, they can put a 24/7 on you.
And what is a 24/7?
A 24/7 is pressure. They mess with your children. They mess with your wife. They just make your whole day seem forgettable. Okay? And it seems to be the system, the game in town, for all of these third and fourth class Bahamians, uneducated, ignorant, but they like the glory of the glorification of material assets. Okay, am I getting to you? You understand? I know I'm opening up the light into your mind, because you probably couldn't put a finger on it either, but for 40 years I've been dealing with them. And they love the PLP. Okay? Although the PLP has a lot of baggage on how it deals with poor people, and still today even, the public sector is the richest class of Bahamians because they have access to the treasury money every budget, and nobody can talk or point a finger at them because you have to live here. You have to live with them. Okay? Why would you take $100,000 of the poor people's money and buy a Silverado truck when you got the so-called brothers and sisters of your system walking the streets with the 4 kids looking to buy noodles? I just told the former Prime Minister Ingram the other day, why they can't buy a $20,000 truck and get the same glorification and put the 60 or 70 in the food fund and truly be the brother's keeper? You see, but they above all that. They got the best license plates. They put this little blue sticker on the windshield and guarantee what ministry they buy the vehicle through. See, for years they had a problem when they buy you an expensive car. You can't maintain it. But if they give it to you through a ministry, the ministry maintain it for you. You could pull in certain businesses. They come in with a little hand computer and read the number on that little sticker on your windshield. Oh, Ministry of Waste, give 4 tires. Okay? These are the abomination of what the Bible talks about. People just suffering the poor, living off the poor. And like I tell you, if you talk their business, they coming for you. But see, I want them to come. You understand? I work in my way to be on the side of Jesus Christ, my Lord. You see, you got to sacrifice to go to heaven. You know, you can't just talk this. You got to make a personal sacrifice in your life to take whatever they beat you with and suffer you with. That's the name of the game. Choose something worthy that you want to die for and stand for it, because you could die anyway. But these fools, third and fourth class, here's what they is. They dig a village road, don't know where to go from there.
You know, I think the challenge caller, and I hear what you're saying about the victimization especially, but they get away with that because people are afraid. And the thing is this, there's more of us than them.
Yeah, but you have to understand, when they put their people in different ministries, law enforcement, customs, whatever, they don't wait for the government, you know. They wait for their private entity, the people who put them there, who recruit them. Okay? And they look out for one another. They don't look out to do the countries or government work. You ever see so many people come into politics, you don't even know who they is, but it's just like they fill in a vacancy on the card. And they be getting elected. We don't even know them. They just pop out of no place. You know why? They're part of a religious system that dominates us. You have to go there and say, there's a system no more compromise with you. They want to stay away. You want no way at all. But see, just like the demons, there's a system taking them out. That's why our rate of murder is so high. Okay? Evil dominates justice in this country. Now you understand? You have to create a balance between evil and justice. Because it ain't a whole way. But you can't let it dominate. If it dominates, everybody suffers. All time, all paranoid, you know, because they're using all kind of chemicals. They use all kind of HBO chemicals for people just so they can get by of being in charge. You understand? You got to call it like it is. I hope other people who know the game would come forward and talk to the baby people. Because everybody gets afraid to talk. They take it whatever these monkeys eat them. That's what I call you. We got 4 years of monkey time.
Oh my God.
Now you understand? We got a system that's just going to gather up some funds for the next 4.5 years or whatever. And that's it. Because you can't get them to wait. You see how dirty and filthy this country is? Every budget time, they help themselves to the poor people money and money to keep the country clean. Now you understand that they tell people who above them, you want to hide for something yours. So the people back on the side and at the mongrels, they run things. Why do you want a $100,000 truck when you can feed the poor people and still buy a cheap $20,000 truck and blow up price? Because they know nobody to tell them different. There are uneducated, ignorant people that belong to a system. Okay, they've been making my life miserable for decades. So what's new? Huh? What's new? I'm not afraid of them. Because they're like you say, when you see one cockroach, the next one in your palm.
So are you suggesting that the degradation of our national conscience begins at the very top and trickles down?
The flag is not for everybody. The Bahamian flag just tells the world that these people don't have nobody to answer to. So they can do what they want to the poor people and illiterate people of this country. They decide who gonna make money and who ain't gonna make no money. Now you understand?
I hear you.
And they hate educated people. They hate people of vision. Okay? Because it made them look lost. So everybody around them, they won't be in the same predicament. We all lost. But we have access to money. Huh? We could buy the people who love money and have a world of fun. But see, when they travel, they expose themselves. The world don't want to know them. So they take it out on the Bahamian people. Huh? You could punch up a resume right on any phone, any computer. And most of them, their personal life, that's a blank piece of paper. But they got a big time government name. They got credentials. They like that, you know. They like credentials. Some people just refuse it because they made a mess of it and it don't mean nothing. Huh? You doing all right. You've been itching for this conversation for a long time because they hate you. They cramp your style. Okay? They cramp your style, but always remember this. You ain't got to go hide in no cave, you know. You just got to be out there. And other people of the same ministry of Jesus Christ. See, I don't say God, you know. They make a mockery of God. That's why God created Jesus Christ. They can't make a mockery of Christ. There's no religion in the world put Christ in a dirty clothes. You can't make a mockery of that. Because Jesus is the abomination of science, if there ever was science. They can't make a mockery of that.
Well,
they make a mockery of God and what he represents, although he's the creator. But God give us Jesus Christ.
Let me just say this, caller. And I think this is a word for anybody out there who's going through a difficult time and may think that you are in a difficult time not because of something that you have done, but because of what this caller is trying to describe. Let me tell you something. You could be against somebody as much as you want to be against them. But if that person is walking in relationship, there's a passage that says, touch not mine and not anointed and do my prophets no harm. I don't care how much you think you could hold somebody back or keep somebody down or, like you say, cramp their style. Listen, man, when it's time for that to change, either you change or you will die. When you see God is ready to bless his people, when he is ready to advance his people, either you be of assistance, like it or not, or you die moving out the way.
Well, I just explained something, you know.
And so I and others who are standing up for what is right, we have nothing to fear. And this is what people need to realize. You have nothing to fear if you put God first in your life. Because I don't care what they try to do. Even the bad that they try to do to you will end up working out for your good. Just look at the story of Joseph and all of the hell that he was put through. And the very ones who sold him into slavery, his own brothers no less, still, it took a long time by humans' measures, 13 years, still ended up bowing before him. So when you have that kind of relationship, you really don't have to worry and lose sleep about the injustice.
Because I say it all the time, people don't realize, even though for them their money is their God, people don't realize they walking around on borrowed breath. And you could be on top of the world today thinking you're sabotaging somebody and cramping somebody's style, as you put it, call, and then tomorrow you wake up dead. And I know that don't make no sense. In other words, tomorrow you won't even open your eyes.
Hey, but I got to go right now because I'm on somebody's phone.
Okay.
See, we needed this time. We needed this monkey time. Jesus said you should know them by the way they live. Okay? They ain't do no long talking. You should know them by the way they live. They come downtown, and you see the third class one be placed in second class. But they can't do the work. They want the material things to glorify. But they bring all the garbage or the third, fourth, and fourth class downtown and throw it all about where people could see it. They pitch everything out the window when they ride to prominent streets. You ever see that? They bring the same garbage with them. Ain't nothing changed. So we needed this time to get us wise. Remember that 40,000 people ain't rich, you know. They just want them to have their time so people, everybody can see what they is. Because they've been under the table doing this for decades. Now they're on top of the table. Remember now, rats don't like and rodents don't like light. Okay? They don't like light. And they've been underneath there for decades. So we got them on top of the table. We need to watch them and watch how paranoid they get. Okay? See you.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. The number is called 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, the WhatsApp line, 8010271 for text messages only. Let me put this back up while my producer answers that call. Vernon says, JT, you said more than a mouthful. The book of Jeremiah tells us exactly where we are today as a nation. The problem is that we all love to go to our churches and listen to our pastors, apostles, bishops, and whoever else, but refuse to go home and spend time with the Bible for themselves. The Bible is not an easy book. Most people are afraid of it, but don't realize that they are living it either for good or bad. Read Bahamas. That's from Facebook, your Vernon. Very interesting, powerful words there, Vernon. Jason, is that a call with the show or not? Yeah? Caller, welcome to GPS.
Hello, how you doing?
Excellent. How are you today?
Not too bad. I can't complain. But I'm calling in regards to the last caller. He kind of hurt me off just now.
Okay.
And I want to encourage the present government right now in what they're trying to do. And what they're trying to do, right? But I heard the guy saying all this stuff. A partner was driving, and which you ain't supposed to be doing, but he was trying to say, but all this stealing and all this darkness that he's accusing or implying that this government, this previous government is doing right now. Not noticing the part that what it seems like his government, the last government or prior government was doing before. And I want them to take it easy, the Bahamas, I mean, to take it easy on this previous government. Stop trying to be so discredited and so bothering, because a tribe is, how do you put it? I'm kind of lost. This government is doing as much as they can to try and do good for this country. There's a lot of room for improvement, I agree, and with the grace of God, I think they will. But they are giving a way better effort than the government before. So I'd like to call it a try, ease up with whatever it is he's taking, and try and be more positive, be more optimistic instead of pessimistic and negative. I'm ignorant, pardon my terminology. And thank you, and I apologize.
No apology necessary. Thank you for calling. Listen, I will say, though, that this is not a political issue. And that's a part of our problem. And I know we have a caller. I come to you right now, caller. That's a part of our problem. We make everything in this country political. This goes bigger and deeper and wider than petty politics. And yes, I intentionally started with the word petty.
because that seems to be the brand of politics that we have in this country, the petty kind. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Good afternoon, Michelle. How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm a little bothered
Mm-hmm.
about that caller before your last caller.
Right.
I have never on any talk show have heard such a racist remarks.
Mm-hmm.
You could listen to the tone of his voice and you could tell what color he is. How could you call supposedly your people monkeys, cockroaches? I think he's the wildest caller I've ever heard. To me, he is worse than a gutter snake, whoever he is, to be calling the black Bahamian people monkeys and cockroaches. He's the ignorant one. I tell you that just listening to that man rant and rave, I say, maybe somebody went and take his personal money from him. I think he's an utter disgrace. I wouldn't even call him a man. And that's my 5 cents on him as a person. He's rude, vile, and low down. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling. Numbers to call 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, the WhatsApp line 8010271. We are talking about the mental health of our nation, why these crimes keep getting more and more heinous as each one passes. We have a call on the line. Call welcome to GPS.
Michelle, how are you?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm fine. I agree with the previous callers. Calling people monkeys and everything. At the end of the day, we all name it, and we may not like or can't stand the fact that whoever the personality or not your favorite people, but if anyone is great, use those terms to describe yourself, because that's exactly what you're doing. When you're describing your fellow behavior, your fellow human being, you understand the child of God, and you're gonna. It takes me back to, I remember when Mr. Davis and the PRP, they were in opposition. They had planned a trip to go over to Long Island to, I think, to celebrate at the great site of I'm not BP Taylor, Mr. Taylor, one of the founders of the party.
Henry Taylor.
And Henry Taylor, thank you. And the message was sent by, or said that a member of the board at the time, I said, these monkeys, they can't be better accepted on Long Island. And they referred to the opposition leader and the chairman of those folks as monkeys. So when this person used the term monkeys, I just want him to know that he's calling himself that word, and he's calling himself a roach. Okay? They're human beings. If you want your accusations or you want to be concerned about how these people are governing, and you have issues with whatever their part of may represent or have done in the past, it does not give you or anyone else the right. I would never come on the airwaves and call anyone a monkey or call them out of their name or a roach. But back to your point that the state of our country is in the children, young people destroying their lives and magically, going around doing the things that they're doing under the rape and the incest and whatever. Because I gasped when the lady spoke, the police officer gave a presentation. The best I heard on the news last night. And I heard the moans as well in the audience.
Right.
I don't know, Michelle, I said to myself, could you imagine, this is what has been reported.
Exactly.
Unreported one?
Exactly.
And that is horrifying. That is really horrifying to even imagine, especially the voiceless, the children, so where do we go from here? How do we go forward in this country by alleviating some of these things? And that is where I think the agencies and, in this country and the churches and all of civil society needs to deal with we depend on, social media. It's everything now. It rules the world, the hands on and the internet and all of this stuff. I see we have free Wi-Fi now to enable our children to have that service on the park and whatever have you.
Right.
We cannot just leave it there. There has to be a team in place that monitors these parks, that really supervises and to check. You can't say, well, Mary, you go in the park and do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are vultures, you are predators.
Yeah, you do.
And they're going to be, they could be sitting right in their guards, communicate with these children, and, going in the guise of a...
There should be some kind of warden system.
Yes, there has to be systems. You just can't go and have the big rollout and leave these children and these young people at their own devices. Because right now, Michelle, a lot of these, that's my husband chiming in the background. You have a lot of these, you see a lot of young girls, teenagers go missing from time to time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, I know one case that sparked a lot of outrage was when, I think it was a 14-year-old girl who became pregnant by this adult.
Mm.
And the thing was that I think she was interacting with him on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So where that is an area where parents, if they don't know, they must learn how to monitor these devices our children have. We have to know what our children are watching. We have to know what our children are on these devices, who are their Facebook friends, who are their who they're online with, because that leads to their instructions. And another thing, they have the urban renewal officers in the constituency. I think it should be every community, right? They could have an area in those offices where they are professionals who can deal. You understand? With things. We have to utilize our places of government services. We have to utilize these places as parents. We can't just stay home and say, oh me, oh my. We can't wring our fingers anymore. Even our boys, even these young boys being led into, these gangs and whatever have you, we have to take control, Michelle. We have to. When we see our children start acting weird or people, start saying some weird things or hanging out with the wrong people, you understand, you have to actually find these people out. Michelle, my son, when he was growing up, I have a son and a daughter, and he had a friend right around the corner, neighbor. I knew his parents, his Grammy, his mother. I knew the family. We were very close, right? Mm-hmm. If you see, he said, I'm going to so and so. Okay, I said, be back here by 4 o'clock. If you see 4:10, 4:15, he's not there. I would jump in my Jeep and I would swing around the corner. Sometimes it might be a little later, but when I swing around there, my nickname through there was the police. Because when I go, and he would be standing by in front of the lady's house, Mr. Child's mother, with his 2 or 3 friends. There's a lot, in the community there, they know one another, neighbors, and they were close. I would tell all of them, get in, jump in, get in, let's go. And I would drop each one of them back home. You understand? Mm-hmm. And I would make sure the young man whose house where my son was, I would send him back inside the house and tell him close the door. This is what we did in our little community. And I think parents need to do more things like this and get involved with your child's teacher, find out who their teachers are in school. Find out if your son or your daughter is acting up or whatever, because this is where it starts, I believe, Michelle. We have to take responsibilities for our children and their actions, and we have to know their mood changes, know what when something is up with them, and then and seek help if we can, if they're out of control. If we can, you understand, get a hold of it, ask for help, and you can't stop until you get help. Now, when they become adults, and they make those choices, that's a different thing. But when they're in and I think it starts, at a very early age, and we have to deal with these things, and there's too much. I use it's slackness. Sometimes with our children and family members, and we have to do something. And of course, like JT said, we have to, have God first and foremost as a part of this whole thing, his guidance and his trusting in him and asking him to guide us and to show us and seek out some sort of counsel, because at the end, right now things are out of control. It's bad. It's bad and it's horrific. With that violent part and with the sexual deviance that's going around this country.
Right.
I just want to say that. And thank you for listening, Michelle.
Thank you so much for calling. Much appreciated. All right, we lost the caller, but caller, I'm urging you to call back, but we're going to take a quick break first. So let's take this break. Those of you who want to chime in, the numbers to call 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, WhatsApp 8010271. We'll be back soon.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress, lack of exercise, and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system with the nutrients it needs to function effectively. But it's often hard to get these nutrients from food alone. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Longevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients to give your immune system extra support. Vitamin D helps balance the effects of zinc, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Longevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs, but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting, sugar-free, berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
Welcome to Sunshine Auto, the hardest place on the planet for rims, paints, and tires.
We are your auto superstore for rims, Lexani, Azaras, Trueform, Western, Lux, Fuel, Tracklight, Tough, Rough Racing, Velocity, Mud, All-Terrain, and low-profile tires. Cars, homes, and commercial window tinting. At Sunshine Auto, we put God first and customer is king.
Blessed love.
It's gotten harder and harder to get your daily requirement of vital nutrients from food alone. Without additional vitamin and nutrient support, your health and well-being can suffer drastically. That's why Z-Radical was specifically formulated. It combines a blend of antioxidant-rich vitamins, minerals, and botanicals with the protective powers of fucoidan to help fill the gaps from lack of nutrients in your foods. The core of Z-Radical is fucoidan, a naturally occurring polysaccharide that helps stimulate immune reaction, protecting you against inflammation and oxidative stress. We harvest this powerful mineral-rich nutrient from brown seaweed, harvested only from the world's most pristine ocean waters to ensure the purest quality. It's then extracted using cold process technology to ensure maximum levels of bioavailability. Then we add essential vitamins that help to protect your cardiovascular and nervous systems and are crucial for optimal immune and neurological function. Z-Radical also includes a proprietary blend of delicious antioxidant-rich fruits and berries. This great-tasting combination helps your body combat free radical imbalances that can contribute to a variety of degenerative conditions like arthritis and heart disease. Z-Radical. Experience the power of fucoidan with antioxidant-rich berries, 8 essential vitamins, and more to provide you with potent health benefits. To learn more, contact your Longevity associate.
Welcome back to GPS, Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. Michelle Malcolm here on this Hot Topic Tuesday. We're talking about the mental state of the Bahamas when we look at all these horrific crimes that are taking place, this drastic increase in rapes and incest and all this deviance happening in our society. What in the world? What would they put in this Kool-Aid with y'all drinking, man? Something cause this ain't making no sense for this little nation to be this corrupt. It makes no sense. I want to read a couple of messages. This one is from one of our WhatsApp texters. It says, I like your approach to dealing with relevant social conditions and issues. Religion is an old enigma which is more a part of the problem than solution. As a majority African population, we avoid that ready solution to the collective problem, which is based on a fully unified based organization that is in a global context. Black people unite around sports, music, and political achievements, but when it comes to collective security and economic control of the resources of the African continent, they shut down, shy off, or dissemble and dissent. Michelle, you're a great talk show hostess and open to truth. When you hear it, keep on keeping on. All right. And we have another one on WhatsApp that says, referring to a caller that miffed a lot of people earlier. So he was not calling the behemoth people monkeys. He was talking about people in key positions that oppress poor people in lower positions. And crime will get worse because it's the way we think and respond in life. As long as we think the way we do, nothing will get better. Change your thinking, Bahamas. All right, the telephone number is to call 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272, and the WhatsApp line is 801-0271. So you heard me mention at the top of the show that police charged before the courts this week, or charged before the courts this week, 16-year-old, 16-year-old charged with multiple murders. Now I've heard people refer to this alleged multi-murderer as a hit man. In other words, paid to, I should say this alleged multiple murderer as a hitman. In other words, you pay him, he go kill who you need killed. If that is the case, if it's not, it's bad enough. This kid is only 16 years old. But if that is the case, if that is found to be true, that is even scarier. That we have young people who put such little value on life that, because we're going to play the clip right now, but if you listen to this report, these murders will happen like every other day. So, at what point does someone not stop and say, I have a conscience, whether or not they are an alleged hitman for hire, but at some point do you stop and have a conscience that pricks, that says, wow, maybe this is not something I want to make a career out of? Let's go to that clip.
A 16-year-old male of Avocado Street appearing before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt today in connection to a string of murders which occurred in the country's capital in the past 3 weeks. Authorities say he's responsible for that baby shower shooting that occurred just 8 days ago in the Nassau Village area. It is alleged that the juvenile shot and killed 22-year-old Gerard Lee Averill while also attempting to kill Perry Johnson, Tyrone Smith, Anwar Watkins, and Donovan Newbold during that incident. The 16-year-old boy is also accused of causing the death of Mikel Bain, a 57-year-old man who was shot and killed at a residence in the South Beach area on August 13th. And less than 24 hours before that, police say the accused shot and killed Ainsley Russell near Shigakit Bow Bar off Soldier Road while also attempting to kill Pernado Gibson. Meanwhile, 24-year-old Sanofa Augustin of Taylor Street also being arraigned for murder. Authorities say Augustin shot and killed George Seymour outside Charms nightclub on Rosetta Street around 4 a.m. Now, due to the nature of these charges, the duo were not required to enter a plea and have been denied bail. The juvenile and Augustine will return to court on December 13th and October 31st, respectively, for the voluntary bill of indictment. Meantime, they have been remanded to the Simpson Penn School for Boys and the Bahamas Department of Corrections, respectively.
So, yeah, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. Obviously, the police would have sufficient evidence that they believe they have a case to the degree that they brought this juvenile before the courts. So we have to wait and see this actual court case play out to get more details as to what that evidence would be and why they believe that this teenager is the alleged killer of 3 people and attempted murder of several others. But, we have to look at all of these murders that are taking place in the country, whether it be an alleged 16-year-old who's responsible or any age, and try to figure out where, and everybody has a different answer to this question, but we got to figure out where we went wrong, even if it requires a multi-pronged approach, which I believe it does. And I know what y'all are going to say. The last thing we need is another commission or committee or whatever. But I think that people say we do too much talking in this nation as it is. We need action. But the action begins with a pooling of ideas. We need to take this seriously and bring together stakeholders from across every section of society. Lock them in a room if you have to come up with some kind of realistic strategies. I think a part of our challenge is that we have so many silos. You've got the police over here doing their thing. You got a church over there doing their thing. You've got, the NGOs over here doing their thing. You got the judicial system over there doing its thing. But I don't know if we have sufficient of a cohesive unit involving all stakeholders, all aspects of addressing this problem, to sit down and come up not with just a string of good ideas, but a comprehensive plan as to what we can do to address this problem. Step 1, we do this. Step 2, we do that. Step 3, next. Step 4, then we do this. With timelines attached. We need a plan. You all notice how many people are all of a sudden walking the street half naked, talking to themselves. I mean, head gone. There's an alarming, I would say, increase in that even. How many people are now on the streets clearly having some kind of mental breakdown or mental issue? I don't know if it's drug induced. I don't know. But how many of them, who is addressing trying to get these people off the streets and trying to help them come back to reality and come back to life? Or do we just pass these people and shake our head and just keep going like they're not there? There are reports that the male who was bitten, they believe, mauled to death by the dogs, that he was a person on the streets who was, according to news reports, a menace to society because he's been on drugs, they say, for something like 20 years. And, if you're driving and happen to stop in the area, maybe to a traffic light that he used to frequent, and he asks you for money and you don't give it, he would get sometimes violent to the degree that caused damage to people's vehicles. And, but how is it that he was allowed to be on the streets for that long, wreaking havoc, and we didn't find a way to get him the help that he needed? How many people do you see as you drive by on our streets now? And like I say, it seems to be an increase. You see them walking up and down, dirty, no shoes, talking to themselves, just head gone. Every now and again, you used to see one or two, but now it's so many. And I feel like these people are lost and nobody is helping them find their way back. We just shaking our head and continuing. So to me, that's just a small reflection of this overall problem that we have in this country of ignoring mental health issues, ignoring the degradation that we see happening around us, pretending it's not there, and hoping that it doesn't come home to our doorstep. We gotta do better than that, because we don't have the luxury of doing that anymore. We don't have the luxury. So I personally believe that we need some kind of serious body that brings all of the stakeholders together, everybody from every area of society, not just to sit down and eat donuts and talk. We have to come up with solutions and then have those solutions mandated by law. I think that's where we're at right now. We can't just continue to kick this can down the road. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Yes, Michelle, I hear you crying and pleading in your show today. So I have to call you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, let me just make a comment. But you realize that you are a spiritual person, and sometimes you tend to always say that, oh, things could be dealt with in other ways. But you have to realize that we have a lot of spirits flying around in this Bahamas.
I'm not denying that.
Right. And by not denying that, let me make you aware that when the government or when the people turn their back on God and decide that they want what they want, that's what happens. You see, crime is escalating, and these people don't have no intentions of changing it or fixing it because the police can't do it. I told the
Not by
people.
themselves, they certainly can't. No.
Yes, the police don't have no cure for crime.
Mm-mm.
Only God can make a difference. Only God. Until these people kneel down and humble themselves and pray and seek His face, that's the only way we can get change in this country. You understand? And I told you before, the government has turned its back on God. There's too much things happening, and I hate to accuse them like that. But look at what's going on. Half of the parliament going contrary. You understand? But let me tell you something. If I had to run the parliament, I would throw out all the people who I know doing foolishness. But
You may
it
not
is
be.
what
You
it
may
is.
not. You may not be left with a quorum if you do that.
I wouldn't be what?
Left with a quorum. In other words, you may not be left with enough people in the house to do the business of the house if you did that.
Yeah, I got you. That's true. But Michelle, our country is going right down the drain because we have turned our back on God. And it's sad. And Michelle, you could cry for this one and the next one to change it. It's not going to happen. Only God can make the difference. Only Him.
Listen, I'm not in any way disputing that there's a spiritual component to this.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this, that, and I think JT was the one who referred to it when he called, that the dominion of the earth was turned over to to mankind. And mankind decided to turn that dominion over to the enemy. So we, in many ways, in the same way that we were an integral part of creating the problem, God needs humans to fix the problem as well. He's not going
Amen.
to sit
Amen.
on his throne and
Amen.
say,
No.
thou shalt be
improved as a nation. No, he requires the input of mankind to get that done.
But Michelle, let me just say this: the PLP and the FNM have turned their back on God. I can tell you that now. I mean, people may not agree with me. That's on them. But I know, I can see what's going on in our nation, that they have turned their back on God. And that's why you see this country failing. It's going down the tube. I can look at the hospital. Look at everything around you, Michelle. These people ain't concerned about their own people. They take dictation from a higher people, a higher, like you say, these people are the one world order. That's who they dictate to them. They have sell their soul to the devil. And I just leave it at that, Michelle, because right now, only God is going to make a change. True man, like you say. Men is going to stand up in this nation and make a change. You will see in the years to come. Take care now, Michelle, and God bless.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. The numbers to call 3260271, 3260272, 3260271, 3260272. The WhatsApp line is 801-0271. Robert says it's all pressure in our society with lack of opportunity and fairness in this Bahama land. Wolverine says God, people need to make righteous choices at the polls. The people continue to vote for the corrupt. That's a serious one. We have to understand that we have to be a part of the solution. You know, I use this example all the time when it comes to health and wellness. I often say when I'm doing presentations to the church that we want to eat all kind of garbage, do all kind of foolishness to our bodies, and then when our bodies break down, we say, "Oh Lord, heal us." But it would be helpful if you helped the Lord by not doing the damage in the first place. So, you know, I believe that relates to not just your health and well-being. It relates to other areas as well. Yes, God is sovereign and all-powerful, but he requires the cooperation of man here on earth to get things done. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Welcome. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay. Since you're talking spiritual talk today, everybody like the easy way out and say, we want God to do this and God to do this. But the word of God say, behold, I give you authority in the earth, have dominion and power over the fishes and whatever. God already say he already can fix it. So if we want him to always fixing things, what we gonna do? What he put us here for to do? If the red light, hello?
I'm listening.
If the red light on one of the if the red light blow, you got to pray to God to come to fix that. God, you have people here in authority that's supposed to govern this country. Where there's wrongdoing, fix it. Fix it. Where there be in the church is wrongdoing, fix the problem. God is sovereign. He can do anything. But if he do everything, what do you have us here for to do? He won't. Every time you hear people, we turn our back on God. Well, listen, I ain't turning my back on God. Okay? But trust me, that is the reason why government are set up in the earth to fix problems and stuff like that. And when government don't fix the problems, then you start having all these problems and this and that and the next thing all around the world. Even we go to Israel for tours where we say Jesus walk and stuff. Look at the problem that's happening over there. But we gotta learn to fix these problems. When we see if the man run the red light, what we gonna do? Turn our back and say, "Oh God, fix it." Deal with this individual. When we see police or whoever doing something wrong, deal with it. Set the law up that we can. The government will deal with these things, and say the PLP The PLP and FNM, it's a party, but they have to, when they govern this country, they just got to set the laws up, and whoever violate against the law of this country, they must be held accountable. But when we refuse to do it, because it's our brother wife or it's our brother son or whoever, this is where we have this problem. You understand me, Ms. Malcolm?
Very much so.
And then that's just the way it is. You know, we got to stop passing the buck, man. Always looking for an easy way out. You know, things that we could do, we want God to do it. Things that we could do, we want Him to do it. That's the reason why that's the reason why we have laws that man make up. And when the laws is refused, if the Prime Minister break the law, if we deal with it, whoever break it, deal with this problem. This country needs to rip up from top to bottom. The Prime Secretary, if they broke the law, we deal with these problems as simple as that. This ain't no big deal. It's stuff like that, man. You go to church, you get the church now become like a Hollywood. The church become now like a circus. They telling you, oh, give $2,000, give $200 and watch what God can do. Watch how God gonna bless you. You give us the Lord prosper, but don't put no demand on me telling me I'm do because I know better. See, so in other words, everything become now like a gimmick and stuff like that. Okay, Miss Malcolm.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Interesting. All right, let's take our final break of the day. And when we come back, I want to hear from more of you. Numbers to call, 3260271, 3260271, or 3260272. And keep those WhatsApp messages coming. 8010271, 8010271. What say you? Do we have a collective mental issue? Does this go deeper than that? Do we not understand that we all are a part of creation, and that when you are not in place, it affects the entire thing? And what do we need to do to get people back in place? And when I say in place, I'm talking about in the place of purpose. In other words, we were all born for a reason. The fact that you are here on planet Earth breathing in the air means that you are here for a reason. But where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Miles Monroe. So is the problem that we just don't know why we're here and we need to be realigned? Let's talk about that on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Understanding your microbiome, also known as your gut ecosystem, can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Keeping your gut ecosystem healthy and balanced is essential. Ultimate Microbiome by Longevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria that can help prevent harmful bacteria from taking over your gut. Increasing your gut's population of beneficial bacteria creates a more balanced gut microbiome, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, skin health, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. Ultimate Microbiome also promotes the production of postbiotics. Postbiotics are key to help regulate your gastrointestinal health. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Plus, we've added our proprietary I-26 hyperimmune egg powder to aid in the elimination of disease-causing gut bacteria. and help your body balance its immune response. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your longevity associate.
Welcome to Sunshine Auto, the hardest place on the planet for rims, tints, and tires.
We are your auto superstore for rims, Lexani, Azaras, Trueform, Western, Lux, Fuel, Tracklight, Tough, Rough Racing, Velocity, Mud, All-Terrain, and low-profile tires. Cars, homes, and commercial window tinting. At Sunshine Auto, we put God first and customer is king.
Blessed love.
To stay healthy, it's crucial to make sure you get the nutrition you need every day. But it's difficult to get all your recommended vitamins and minerals from food alone. Even in the United States, 94% of people are deficient in at least one nutrient. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Longevity is a simple, convenient, and affordable way to help your body get the essential nutrients it needs. It's an advanced plant-driven multivitamin mineral complex that contains certified organic whole foods, trace minerals, and antioxidants. BTT 2.0 supports your body's natural defense system with a proprietary blend of energy-boosting and body-loving nutrients, plus prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, and enzymes that support digestion. With an unusually high ORAC score of 8,000, you get even more antioxidants to help combat free radicals that can cause damage to your cells. But to get the most benefit and value from any multivitamin, your body must be able to break down the nutrients so you can fully absorb them. Otherwise, they'll just pass through your system without doing any good. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 was specially formulated with synergizing cofactors to ensure you get maximum nutrient absorption. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the easiest way to give your body the balance and complete daily vitamin mineral supplement it needs for optimal support of your overall health. To learn more, contact your longevity associate.
This portion of GPS is brought to you by Tiki Bikini Hut at Junkanoo Beach. Great food, cool tropical drinks, and family fun in the sun. Welcome back to GPS Global Paradigm Shift on Global 99.5 FM. Michelle Malcolm here on this Hot Topic Tuesday. And we're talking about the mental state, the mental health, the mental condition of our nation as we look at all of the degradation around us, the drastic and alarming increase in sexual offenses, and this murder rate out of control, and teenagers being accused of committing multiple murders, and grown men impregnating little girls. And I mean, it's just, if you wanted to, we used to have a joke back in the day. We used to say there's somebody when we wanted to be insulting. If you look up at the word stupid or whatever word you're using to insult the person, if you look up the word stupid, you'll see in the dictionary, you'll see an 8 by 10 glossy of you. But if you look up the word degradation in the dictionary, you're going to see an 8 by 10 glossy of the Bahamas. Like, we really, really, really trying to lead the world in madness. And this is not a good idea. This is not what we should be leading the world in. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Yes, ma'am. One thing I like about your personality, besides your whatever, what are you doing as a talk show host, you tend to have, I'd say, a wide acceptance for theory. Do you?
To some degree.
Absolutely. Reasonable answer. But the term they made called theorist, what do you call these people? No, really, I want to get off of it real quick. A theorist.
Okay.
Right. A conspiratorial theorist.
You're trying to say conspiracy theorist.
Is that a degree? Yeah.
Okay.
So you're born in that little area. I mean, actually, you're just a theorist. And I listen to your show a lot, and you inspired me in a lot of ways to think. So, especially while that thing was going on. and the injections that they are still going to give to children before they can enter to school. And what I want to get to it real quick is that I don't know. This is a theory now, and I'm a theorist. This thing they stick into us without any explanation may result in the way we are today.
But the challenge with that theory is that, some of this madness we see going on, we can't blame on that because it's been around before that.
Wait a minute. What been on before this?
Us doing stupid things.
As Bahamians, you mean?
Yes.
Well, I agree with that.
Crime didn't just start since the job. Incest didn't just start since the job. So can we put the blame of everything that is wrong in the society at the foot of the job when we've been doing stupidness for generations?
Well, one blame you can put on them, I think you'd agree. It was a big distraction.
Mm-hmm.
If we were trying to fix other things, have you ever seen any thing put on us like what happened during the job? I saw old and young, trust me, hurt me even more. People will say, well, old people, that's their time. But they all standing around some pharmacy store, waiting all night in line, all day in line in the hot sun. You get my picture?
Mm.
So when we talk about that happened before, I have never seen or even heard of this before.
Mm-hmm.
While we dying, and because you are the, you miss Wellness Wednesday tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I ask you these questions. Do you think what they've been sticking into us since the turn of the century have anything to do with us being happy to get back into slavery? A little shock right there.
No, that's an interesting question. I'm not sure where you're going with that one, but
yeah, I see us like we're following them instead of following God. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a man in a suit.
Following the science, you mean, rather than
the science and whoever put the science to us.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the biggest joke in the world is right now. I work in a restaurant and no one is required to wear a mask. But I go into a Bahamian little stop shop on the side of the road in whatever town. They wouldn't let me in for a potato until I put on a mask.
Yeah.
And wash my hands too.
Yeah, it's listen, man.
So the ignorance I'm talking about is when you take your eye off God. And all of a sudden, you're following Brave Davis and Clement over there. Whoever, and Menace, whoever made up these stupid laws that the rest of the world is getting around right now. And we're right here on second base in Corona protocols. I just find it very which is typical of our country, hypocritical. It's just so hypocritical. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right. If you go to the States now, you wouldn't even know they had. I mean, they've moved on, and we still here. Anyway, I can leave that to them. What I don't understand in terms of what we're doing is even all of the evidence that is out now with regard to the vaccines, that we're still. Anyway, I got to be so careful what I say because I done in jail. And one more strike and they can shut me down. So I got to be very careful what I say. But y'all could read my mind. Y'all know exactly where I was going with that. We have a caller. We have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Michelle, one last thing before I go.
You got to turn on your radio or whatever.
Yeah, I turn it down right now. I realize that.
Okay.
Listen, that guy hit on a valid point when he said that why is it that we in the Bahamas is still wearing masks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and the rest of the world.
When many in the rest of the world and move on.
Okay, many, but not all.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, in America, you have the Democrats and the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I always tell people this. The Democrats are for the mass mandates. And we in the Bahamas is being dictated by the Democrats, the ones who in power now, which is Judge Joe Biden, who is the evilest thing that ever set foot in the White House. He is of the devil. He's an antichrist. I can say that myself.
They said the same thing about Obama, though. He was supposed to be the antichrist too.
No, when I say antichrist, I don't mean he's the antichrist. No. I'm saying he is antichrist. In other words, anything he does is against Christ.
Mm.
You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. And what is happening to us? We are being dictated. So that's what I try to tell you with the PLP and the FNM. They are following behind the mandates of the Democrats. If you check, most all of the Democrats, the states, right, that run by the Democrats are still wearing masks.
But I don't want us to lose focus, though, because
but I'm just trying to say to you. So what is happening to us today is that we're being dictated by the devil, and that's why I tell you, this country, this nation has turned their back on God, and that's why you see so much things happening. You just said all these things were happening. How is this happening? This is happening because the spirits have taken over. And let's be spiritual about this. We can't lie. The spirits have run amok. God has moved his spirit from here, so the devil moves in.
All right. Thanks for calling.
I'll leave that to you guys. Later, man.
Thank you. I think a big part of our problem is, as I started to say prior to the break, we just got a bunch of people walking around that don't understand that they are here for a purpose. They're here for a reason. And when you don't connect to your source, because that's the only way to find out what that purpose is, when you don't connect to the source, then you are going to have a hard time truly fulfilling the reason for which you were born. And if you are existing with little hope, little to no hope, living in the conditions that many of our people are living in, constantly being abused and neglected and everything else that's going on in this society without the knowledge and understanding that there is something bigger out there. Are you surprised where we are? We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS.
Good morning, good afternoon. How you doing, Miss Malcolm?
Excellent. How are you?
Oh, this is Kendall Hanna from Freeport.
Hi.
And hi to you. Hi, I love you as my sister. And you educate me by me listening. But I get more educated by listening. You know what I mean? But as I go back, if you could pull up one of your shows when I said I got trouble going in places wearing masks because I got sinus and all this there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you Barry Davis come on and say we got to take the shot and all that, manipulating the situation, everything is choreographed. We could go back and forth, Miss Malcolm. The show's interesting, but we could go back and forth. Now, the guy who just came on before this, the gentleman, the spiritual and terrorist, not terrorist. What you call it, Miss Malcolm? The word
theorist.
Well, that I've been that all my life because I always was saying if it's a God who loves us, why change the way we is? When I was 10 and 12, understanding where the God is not stopping this, where the God is not feeding me, and I'm so young. Where the God is, and I learned that God is a title. There is a name, it's a title, and I learned through growing up in the States where everybody grew up, no big thing. I learned, and I been with spiritual people all my life, all kind of spiritual people. You know what I mean? They set the Bible. It's touchy now. They set the Bible in place. So when we go back, we can say, "Oh, see, God said this was going to happen." But what they do, they contradict the Bible. They put that there, and years and years and decades and decades, they're making it come true. And then all we have to say is God doing it because they set in place. They whip us so long. They take the chain of our foot, our waist, and put it in our mind, and we brainwash. And the only way this country and the Bahamas could come together is the set who got the money, the black ones who got the money. We got to take their power because if they don't come with the poor people, nothing gonna happen in Freeport, nothing gonna happen in Nassau, nothing gonna happen in Nabago. The rich people who so-called got the money, the blacks, got to stand on the line with the poor. And if that don't happen, Michelle, all we're gonna do is have a talk show and talk in our dream and talk in our life. But they here to wipe us out. And they doing a good job. And it ain't gonna change unless the middle class, so-called, who got this money already, coming with us. And they so stingy, they so messed up, they ain't gonna come with us. So we doing them still. It's all good. You have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your opinion. The telephone numbers to call 3260271, 3260271, 3260272, 3260272. WhatsApp is 8010271. We have a call on the line. Caller, welcome to GPS. Hi, caller, you on the air.
Yes, ma'am. I don't mean to be long at all.
Mm-hmm.
But when he mentioned what I said about the theorist,
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird word. We don't use THs too much in the Bible. So I understand that. But, ma'am, do you feel that someone who speaks like him ever had a vaccine in his life? I have never had one.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go down that road to tell y'all. This I know, that there are too many of us, and this has nothing to do with age. Because discovering your purpose has nothing to do with age. You could be 85 and still don't know why you were born, just existing. How many people around here walking around living dead? Already dead, Their body just ain't catch up with their spirit. But they're already just existing from day to day. No understanding of why they are here, why they were born, why the Lord allowed them, why they were allowed to make it to planet Earth. So they're existing. Unfortunately, like I said, when you couple that with the environment that we have created in this country, where so many of our young people, so many of our children, so many of our women, so many of our boys and girls are being so violated without any kind of foundation to give them something to hold on to, and be wondering why we got a problem. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, welcome to GPS. Caller, you need to turn down whatever you're listening to us on and listen through the phone, please.
I'm listening to you.
You're on the air.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Ms. Malcolm.
Good afternoon. Please turn down your radio or whatever you're listening to us on and listen through the phone.
Okay.
Go ahead. We're listening.
Turn it down.
Okay. What do you want to say?
No, I was listening to the various comments various people have been making.
Mm-hmm.
I am wondering, sometimes, how do you cope with all this? Because some of it, I don't know if it's garbage or not. But of course, that's just people's opinion,
Yeah, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
I ain't got to agree with them all, but this is a forum for them to be heard, so it is what it is. Did you want to express an opinion of your own?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you listening.
I listen every day, though.
All right.
Every day I listen.
Thank you so much for calling.
And 99% of the times, I do get some good information and some good things to think about,
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir, for calling. I appreciate your support.
Yeah. I didn't hear a telephone number. It's the number GPF.
3260271 or 3260272.
3260271.
Or 2.
Or 3.
The same number you called just now to call here. You call us,
Yeah. Okay, no. Now there's another number that has to do it.
Okay, tell you what, my time running out. I can let you talk to my producer, and he can give you all the numbers you need to have. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. My time running out. I think the bottom line, folks, is that we need to reconnect to the source. Bottom line. Bottom line. From the top to the bottom, from the rich to the poor, we have to all realize that we have a source. We have to come to the understanding that in spite of where we may find ourselves right now on the totem pole of life, that we were all born for a reason, that we have a source who has nothing but good in his plan for our lives. And the key to tap into that, whether we're talking about an individual or a nation, is you got to reconnect to the source. If you go, I have an avocado tree in my yard, and one of those hurricanes came by, and the wind was so strong that it blew the avocado tree down. And half, I'd say about 3/4 of the avocado tree's roots came up out of the earth and are sticking up in the air. That avocado tree is still bearing fruit. You know why? Because even though it went through that trauma of that hurricane, there are some roots that never left the source. So it is still being nourished, still growing, still producing. Now, had that tree completely blown up out of the ground with all of the roots yanked out of the ground, that tree would no longer be alive. But the fact that just a handful of roots, a small part of that tree's roots, stayed connected to the source, the tree still continues to thrive and produce. What am I saying? We need to reconnect to our source, people. We need to find out what that means. And we need to come together and figure out what we need to do as a collective to, one, teach people that it is all about your purpose and reconnecting to your source. But number two, coming up with a plan through which our source can use human hands to see the work done. I want to leave you today with a very popular poem. This was written in 1927 by a gentleman called Max Ehrman. And I remember growing up and somebody had put music to this poem. And every now and again, ZNS used to play this, I think every morning after a particular show. Is that a caller? Wow. I don't know if I could take them. It's already 3:57. Caller, you got to make this real quick.
Real quick. Our source is love. Our love. We have to wake up and love each other. And the gentleman who called, I don't know if he's with me or against me, but we have to love each other. That's the only way we're going to solve this. Only way we're going to take this thing back.
Okay.
Love.
Thanks. Thanks for calling. This poem is called Desiderata, written in 1927, but you would swear that it was written yesterday. I want to leave you with this. Go placidly among the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly. Listen to others, even to the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery, but let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection, because neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome, Discipline. Be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive Him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations. In the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. It's 4 o'clock. Gotta go. I'll see you guys tomorrow with the Wellness Wednesday show. Until then, I'm Michelle Malcolm. Take care. Have a good one.
Global 99.5 FM reminds